intros are always really awkward.
That's how it goes.
I guess so. So I'm with John here from Salt City, and I'm actually talking to him about the May event. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name's John Hasera. I've been a TO here in Salt Lake for the past almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years by May, so we're excited that we're turning two. Um, but yeah, before that, I was raised in the military, so I've lived all over and have landed here in Utah and love to call Utah home and appreciate the Magic crowd out here. And yeah, I guess that's about it right now.
Cool. Welcome. No, you're one of my favorite people out here. You're so animated and just an absolute joy to be around. One of our best videos is with you, just being
Such
you.
a jerk. I'm such a jerk.
It's super fun. It's super fun. So let's get down to brass tacks.
Yeah.
So the event in May is going to be the Salt City Con.
Salt City Convention, the 10K.
Okay, so 10K. It's gonna be held at a hotel, so it's gonna be really easy. It's gonna be amazing. You basically, instead of having to go to a convention center, you literally get out of bed and you follow the elevator down, and you're there.
And you're there. And you don't even have to rent a car because the hotel has a shuttle from the airport. So you can literally fly into the Salt Lake airport and get on the shuttle and go to the hotel.
It's a really nice place. There's going to be a lot of cool places to chill around the area,
There's a Starbucks, a restaurant, and a bar in the hotel.
which is going to be awesome. So it's going to be like an actual like chill place. Hey, come down after the event. Let's,
Yeah.
it's
After the event, the pool party. I mean, I've been to plenty of LobbyCons myself, so we plan on trying to get registration done during LobbyCon, and then we'll probably give away some stuff that night too, and
Okay.
just try to get people excited and happy to be there.
So what are the big names going to be that are showing up?
The two biggest names we have right now are like Gold Sabertooth and Comedian. Really excited. Gold Sabertooth's on an undefeated top 16 miracle run with Marnius Calgar. Somebody's got to Swiss that guy out of here. But
Sure, fair enough. Yeah, I was watching your playmat with him the other day, and that was really nice. And
the playmat live. Yeah, what a nice guy.
he is.
What a great guy.
He's
I
awesome.
love Gold Sabertooth.
He is the CEDH artist. Like, there's no one more iconic than him.
And I'm happy that he's the one.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. And for anybody else doing art in the CEDH sphere, I don't mean to dog on you in any way, but I was telling him during the live, like, it feels good to make the right people famous from time to time,
Okay. So you're famous here, eh?
Yeah. In our niche, sure, well, let's call it that.
Sure. Absolutely.
If there's 2,000 CEDH players in in the US, and there's darn near 500 in our Discord, so
It's good
and
size.
2,000. I say 2,000. I think Top Deck released the numbers last year about how many people had joined in Top Deck, and there's a lot of CEDH players. CEDH is growing.
It is growing, and you're part of that growth.
Yeah.
So let's get
We
on.
are.
Well, we're trying. Absolutely. We really appreciate all the assistance of allowing us to come and actually take video with you during your guys' events and just kind of supporting us.
So happy to help. Honestly, Daniel and I really appreciate other people that are passionate about this, because it started as a passion project for us. And so honestly, we saw that you guys were just like, you have all the cameras, all the mics, have all the equipment, and it's like you haven't even shot your first CEDH video yet. It's just you were passionate about it and loved it, and it was like, yeah, these are definitely the kind of people that we want to work with.
Yeah.
So we're happy to team up.
Absolutely. Super cool. Recently, you guys made a huge decision for the tournament itself, where it was
Yes.
at 250
Yeah.
down to 150. What was your thought process with that, and why did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely gone through some growth with this. We've learned a lot, How we came up with the idea, I guess the concept, was we took Daniel and I's personal experiences, especially a lot of mine, with like, I've traveled out to events and spent $350 on entry to events. I've spent $250 on entry to events. I've spent $200 on entry to events. And I've been burned by some poorly run events, and it's sucked. And it's like, okay, well, what we wanted to do was have this all inclusive, experience where you get picked up from the airport. There's, food at the hotel. You don't have to lift a finger, and you can come kind of, relax and have a great weekend and have like some booths and some vendors and this, kind of convention like feel for our niche.
Sure.
And when we put all of it together, it ended up being priced out at like, okay, for this to make sense, the ticket would be $250. And we actually went back and forth on it a couple of times at like, okay, like $250. Like we knew $250 was like, there's sticker shock, right?
Sure.
And so, and me personally, having been burned from more expensive events, it was like, well, dang, like now I'm out here trying to plan an expensive event, And so, but we genuinely believe in the concept. I even if we aren't the ones to do it, I believe this is where CEDH will end up. And it's not that every event is going to end up being $250, but there will be, one or two big events every year that you can go spend $250, $300 and not lift a finger and just have a relaxing, fun weekend where you're promised magic both days, where, because we have the 3K redemption event.
Yeah.
That is included in the ticket price. So if you scrub out, because we're a very high variance format, day one, you still can come back and play more Magic day two, right? And so I genuinely believe in this.
Okay.
It really is going to be such a fun weekend and such a great time. I'm so excited with all the people already coming and all of our friends and homies, and just how tight-knit Utah has become with how often we play CEDH 5 nights a week. Now for the hard part, right? Getting kicked in the teeth.
Sure.
We released the event at $250, and yeah, people were like, no, the market's rejecting it. Hey, this is not what people wanted.
Sure.
People don't want to feel like they're putting themselves in financial risk to come play Magic. It's a hobby, And so we're lowering the price. We lowered the price $100 to $150, and we're not planning on sacrificing on any of those qualities, on any of those things. We're still running a 10K. We're still running a 3K. You're still getting picked up by the airport shuttle. We're still gonna have a snack bar and things like that. And it's just, we want to show CEDH, the community, what I personally feel like we deserve,
Sure.
out of our
Sure.
big events. But yeah, so we ended up dropping the price by $100. It's $150. We're still going to deliver the same event. We want to pamper and give back to the community that's built us.
I gotcha. No, it's really awesome. I think that like Utah is going to be a big scene. When you think about it, everyone surrounding us is large, and it seems like we're kind of like center stage, and hopefully
we're privileged.
We really are.
Yeah.
We got a major airport right here, and it's going to be like 5 minutes away from it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be phenomenal.
We are going to be hosting a party, I think Saturday night. So between day one and day two, there's going to be like, a pizza party, pool party, just come hang out.
Yes.
Yeah, and we just, I guess Daniel and I have always tried to cultivate a culture of like, this is just our hobby, but, we've made Utah has got such a great community, like we're here at Riftgate Games, a local game store here in Salt Lake. And on a Friday night, we got 32 players for a silver event on accident.
Insane.
On accident.
Yeah.
And people are calling me because I was late tonight. And they're like, hey, man, we got to fire off our silver. We got to get our Top Deck Championship Series points. Like, we've got real contenders to play the Top Deck Championship Series. And they're like, hey, man, I want my points. There's 30 people here. Let's fire off a silver.
For $5.
For $5. And it's just like, okay. Yeah, Utah. Oh, and another thing that I want to mention about Utah.
Hey, go for it.
We've hosted a 5K and some 3Ks. We've had people travel from like New York and Canada and I guess all across the US to come play here, Arizona, Washington. But Utah has never lost to anybody from out of state. So I challenge everybody that comes to Salt City Con, to try to win, try to knock out Utah.
Take it from us.
You take it from me. You can't take my crown.
Interesting.
Utah
That's a good challenge.
Utah has never lost home field advantage, and we don't plan on it. So good luck.
That is a good challenge.
That
to
cradle
everyone.
is staying home.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Well, Arizona and California,
Yeah.
Denver over there, and Boise. Hopefully, we'll see some people from there as well.
Yeah, we love the Boise crowd.
Absolutely. They're really nice. The Denver guys are.
Yeah, the Denver guys too. Great guys. Honestly, Fishbowl, we've had a great time. We've traveled out to a lot of events.
Yep.
Heisenberg, Fishbowl.
Awesome. New
Snowy
Mexico.
Summit.
Just got back from there. Amazing. Got some guys down in Tucson, Arizona as well. What's up, Holden and Prio? Man, this is going to be fun. I'm super excited. I'm glad that we kind of did a pivot, or more so that you did a pivot.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that you were able to have your ear to the ground and listen.
Yeah,
and
you
change.
know, I mean, the feedback wasn't falling on deaf ears. We don't want to price anybody out of a CEDH tournament. Like, it's our hobby.
Play against the player, not their wallet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The player, not their wallet.
Yeah.
We've been some of the most proxy-friendly TOs out there, and then to be like the most proxy-friendly and push proxies, and then turn around and price people out anyways. It was like, okay, yeah,
sure.
We just got to course correct, and feel like we're doing that.
Okay. No, I'm really appreciative that you were able to come on and talk to me for a little bit. And
we love hanging out with you guys.
Absolutely, we should do it. Definitely,
Yeah,
we should do it more often. Maybe get a gameplay in with your talking. I don't know.
Dude, Omnath is in such a good spot.
Really?
Yeah. Let's talk about the bans and unbans a little bit.
Ooh, so there's only really one card that matters, right?
Yeah. Gifts Ungiven.
Gifts Ungiven.
Yeah. Earlier tonight, this is like the first week since the unbans. People were asking me what I thought, and I was like, I was really happy they threw us a bone. But then the moment I said that, I regretted it because I was like, man, CEDH has gotten so much from WotC.
Sure.
We got Bracket 5. We're recognized as a format. You know,
mindset.
We have CEDH representation on the commander panel. You know, and then the first ban and unban announcement, we got Gifts Ungiven back. And we got OBM on the Game Changers list, one step closer to sending that guy home.
Sure, hopefully soon enough.
Hopefully, and maybe just a Ristic Study ban would be good enough. But
there's so many different options of
things. There's options in our format.
But we got most of the year to kind of figure that out. I mean,
we got time.
So Gifts Ungiven. I mean, what are the pros? What are the cons like that you see in the meta?
Yeah, holding up 4 mana isn't necessarily the easiest thing. Back when we played like a lot of mid-range Nas decks in 2020 era, I guess,
sure.
It was pretty obvious when you were like untap, upkeep, pass, and had 5 mana available for
you
your
knew
Nas,
what was coming down.
You knew what was coming down. So I'm kind of excited to see if there's any of these decks that resurface that are like, okay, 4 mana and 5 mana. I don't know if this deck is going to hit me with a Nas or a Gifts Ungiven.
Sure.
What I'm going to lose to coming out of this pile. And obviously, like, sure, our breach piles are getting even cleaner, but
yeah, it's a 1-card win con. Go get all 4 of your pieces.
I don't even think you grab the Brain Freeze. I think you get Grand Abolisher, Grabibo.
You get
right?
Grand Abolisher?
Yeah, you
Savines.
Get Abolisher, Savines, LED Breach. What do you hand me? Do you hand me the Sevrek and the LED?
Probably, but then you can just flash it back.
I Sevrek the Grand Abolisher and then flash it back, get the Breach.
And then hopefully you have because
you need a lot of mana.
No, you don't
need a lot of mana.
Depending on the board state. I mean, you do have LED and you do have Gifts Ungiven, so you just cast Gifts Ungiven
and get
again.
your Brain Freeze again.
Sure, you don't even need that, and just fill your bin.
And yeah, exactly. And you grab all 4 cards. You grab on the second Gifts Ungiven, you grab Brain Freeze and 3 lands, and then they hand you 2 lands. You crack your LED, exile the lands to cast the Brain Freeze. But now you have a Grand Abolisher.
Okay, so outside of
that
breach, pile,
we
get rid of red. Sans red.
Sans red. Okay, so we're talking like Atraxa or Timna Thras.
Yeah, sure. Some of the top decks, which I think Atraxa is in a great position right now.
Great position. Yeah. Great position. I'm sure there's a Hermit Druid Hazel's Brewmaster pile that I'm going to die to that I don't recognize.
Sure.
That's not my deck, so it's gonna hit me. It's gonna kidney punch me once, and then I'm never gonna lose to it again. But
okay, so let's talk a little bit more in line with your deck and why you're so excited about it for the Jelly Bean.
Extremely excited. So I play 4-color Omnath, And since the dockside ban, Omnath is basically, it's no longer a creature deck.
Sure.
As weird as that is, it's like we're playing, Bant plus Breach and Dockside. Well, now that we don't have Dockside, we're actually just playing 4-color Breach without, it's Sans Black Breach.
Okay.
But
So it's not a creature deck. So all the green tutors don't like. That's the best thing about green tutors.
you
to the
say
battlefield.
that. You say that. Yeah. Creatures to the battlefield, creature tutors.
Sure.
I'm playing 4 creature tutors, and I'm playing 6 other tutors for Breach. I'm playing Enlightened Tutor, Gamble, Enlightened Tutor, Gamble, and then Intuition,
Sure.
Gifts Ungiven,
Yep.
Wargate,
Oh.
and then Spellseeker, and the whole Spellseeker line.
Oh. Okay.
And so the deck is really sneaky. I've won multiple games off of Ranger Cap, go find Hedron Crab, and then play like 4 fetch lands in one turn, mill 20 cards, shifting woodlands for Breach, and you're dead. It's a very sneaky deck because green actually adds a lot. Now with 6 shifting woodlands,
Enduring Vitality.
enduring vitality, we've got endurance, so you can do loops.
Sure.
I'm not on the endurance loops anymore, but we just got Glacial Wood Siege, which is another way to breach.
Huh. Okay.
There's a lot of weird utility tools. Another funny one with shifting woodlands, and if I'm on the mill plan and milling my deck, I actually put in Life from the Loam, so I can dredge and get my
More
shifting
lands.
woodlands back.
Interesting.
So I can, if I end up milling my shifting woodlands, then I can dredge, get the Life from the Loam back to my hand, and then Life from the Loam, put the shifting woodlands in the hand, and now my shifting woodlands is whatever it needs to be.
Busted.
It's been a lot of fun.
So Gifts Ungiven is definitely the
Ungiven
piece that you absolutely needed.
Yeah. Since the Dockside ban, it was like, okay, the deck lost a lot of its identity, and it's no longer just, the 4-color good stuff.
Sure.
It's actually got a lot more personality to it. I know this is controversial, but I'm kind of happy that Dockside's gone.
I think a lot of people
I'm
are.
actually really happy Dockside's gone. My deck is, I'm playing worse cards, sure, but my deck has grown a lot. My deck building skills have grown. Just as a player, I've grown a lot.
Good.
But-
Okay. That's super exciting. I'm glad that you're playing something a little bit. I love spicy decks.
I
love
love
spicy
it
decks
so much.
It just changes up the meta when the top 16 is just off, and it's
Oh.
like, what is this?
Oh, yeah.
How did this get there?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the brew, sometimes it's them going against the meta.
Yep.
Any shout outs?
Ooh, shout outs. Putting me on the spot.
Yes.
Shout out to the boys, Turning Point Meta, helping us build the meta out here in Utah. An amazing meta out here in Utah. Big shout out to, Comedian and Gold Sabertooth and other, big players that have supported us. Comedian has done so many videos for us and has covered all of our events, and they've always been great videos, and a lot of our community and our players just love that.
Awesome. We are Turning Point Meta
And Salt City.
and Salt City. Stay classy, San Diego.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. We'll get you guys next time. Peace.